Have you ever found yourself watching your grandchildren play and felt that warm rush of joy and nostalgia? Maybe you've even wondered how much influence you could have on their lives. It's incredible, isn't it? The connection you share with the younger generations, the wisdom you've gathered over the years, and how both of those things can shape their futures. Grandparents are often the silent heroes in a child's life, offering a unique kind of support that parents sometimes can't provide, especially in today's fast-paced world. In many families, grandparents aren't just helpers or babysitters. They're key figures in the development of a child's emotional, social, and even academic life. But it's not only about helping out when the parents need a break. Grandparents have the potential to play a much deeper role in raising children, and in doing so, they also contribute to preserving family traditions, which are the very fabric that holds generations together. Today, we're going to explore the profound and sometimes overlooked importance of grandparents in raising children. We'll dive into how your unique experiences and knowledge not only support your grandchildren but can positively shape the future of your family. We'll also discuss the significant role you play in passing down traditions, those little rituals, beliefs, and values that connect family members, even across different generations. Let's start by talking about the bond between grandparents and grandchildren. This relationship is something special. It's often different from the relationship children have with their parents. While parents are the primary caregivers, responsible for discipline and day-to-day guidance, grandparents offer something else entirely. They're a source of unconditional love, a calming presence, and an emotional safety net. Often, grandchildren look up to their grandparents for comfort, wisdom, and encouragement, things that sometimes parents are too stressed or busy to give. And this bond, this connection, can make all the difference in a child's life. Research shows that children who have strong relationships with their grandparents often feel more secure and supported. This sense of security is vital for their emotional development, helping them to develop resilience and self-esteem. There's something deeply reassuring about knowing that your grandparents are there for you, no matter what happens. As a grandparent, your role is about so much more than just giving your grandkids a fun time during visits. It's about nurturing their emotional well-being. Think of it like this. You're their backup, their second layer of security. While your children, as parents, may be the ones to enforce rules, you're often the ones who offer an emotional sanctuary. You listen, you encourage, and you love them unconditionally. And that matters more than you might realize. Now, let's explore how your presence in their lives can shape their view of the world and their connection to the past. It's in these quieter, more meaningful moments that children begin to understand where they come from, what traditions are important, and what values their family holds dear. These things aren't always taught in school. They're learned through experiences, through sitting down for a meal together, hearing family stories, or watching old photographs that capture moments from the past. You are the living bridge to that history, that legacy. As grandparents, you have a special gift. The opportunity to pass down family traditions that have been in place for years, sometimes even centuries. These traditions, whether they're special meals, holiday rituals, or shared activities, become the building blocks of a child's identity. And they're more than just fun activities. They're the glue that binds families together, creating a sense of continuity, a reminder of who you are as a family, and what values you hold dear. For example, think of the annual family gathering, the one where everyone comes together, and everyone has their role to play. Maybe you're the one who always makes the family recipe, or you're the one who tells the story of how your parents met, or how the family started their first business. These moments are important because they give your grandchildren a sense of belonging and identity. They come to realize that they're a part of something much bigger than themselves, a long line of people with a shared history, values, and traditions. It's in these moments that you, as a grandparent, become a living memory. You help make family traditions come to life, not just through words, but through actions. And your grandchildren carry these traditions forward, perhaps in ways you never imagined. Maybe your daughter will one day cook your famous soup for her family, or your grandson will tell the same stories to his own children. These traditions are how legacies are made, and as a grandparent, you play a crucial part in ensuring those legacies continue. Now, let's move to the next point, the importance of grandparents in shaping a child's values. While parents are certainly the primary role models, grandparents often play a significant part in reinforcing family values. The wisdom you've accumulated over the years, whether it's your perspective on hard work, generosity, or resilience, has an incredible impact. As a grandparent, You can teach your grandkids the values that matter most to you, whether it's the importance of treating others with kindness, being honest, or understanding the value of education. This isn't just about passing down advice, but about showing them, through your own actions, what those values look like in real life. Maybe it's in the way you volunteer at your local community center or the way you take time to listen to others. The way you live your life is often the most powerful lesson you can impart. Children are keen observers, and they tend to learn a lot more from what they see than from what they're told. It's also important to remember that children look to their grandparents for more than just stories and advice. They look for models of how to live well, how to navigate challenges, and how to build meaningful relationships. As you model these behaviors, you're helping your grandchildren develop a moral compass, which will guide them as they grow older. And so, your role as a grandparent in raising children is about so much more than just caregiving. You're a teacher, a mentor, a living connection to the past, and a vital part of shaping their future. You offer something unique that no one else can: your life experiences, your wisdom, and the rich traditions of your family that keep everyone grounded and connected. As we move forward in this conversation, we'll explore more about how you can strengthen this bond and continue to play an active role in raising your grandchildren. But first, I want you to think about how you've already influenced their lives, even in ways you may not have noticed. Your presence, your love, and your guidance have an immeasurable impact on their well-being and sense of identity. As we continue to explore the importance of grandparents in raising children and preserving family traditions, let's focus on the practical ways you can strengthen the bond with your grandchildren and pass down the wisdom and traditions that matter most to you. While many grandparents already have strong connections with their grandchildren, there's always room for even deeper engagement, especially as the world around us continues to change. One of the best ways to nurture a deeper connection is to create shared experiences. When you spend quality time with your grandchildren, you're not just filling the hours. You're giving them something meaningful that they'll carry with them for the rest of their lives. The key here is consistency. Whether it's a regular activity or a tradition you've created together, those moments become the foundation for your relationship. They become the building blocks of trust, love, and shared history. Think about something as simple as a weekly or monthly tradition. It could be anything, from baking cookies together, to taking a walk through the neighborhood, to sitting down to listen to music or read books. It doesn't need to be elaborate or expensive. The magic is in the time spent together, and the memories created in those small, quiet moments. Maybe you tell stories from your childhood, stories that will eventually become family legends. Or perhaps you introduce them to hobbies or crafts you've loved for years, passing along your knowledge and skill. The process of sharing what you love, whether it's cooking, gardening, knitting, or woodworking, helps instill a sense of pride and accomplishment in your grandchildren. They feel connected not only to you, but to their heritage. It's these moments that help keep family traditions alive. Even though the world may seem to change faster than ever, traditions offer a sense of continuity, a reminder that no matter what happens, some things remain constant. As a grandparent, you're the living link to those traditions. When you share them, you're helping your grandchildren build a sense of identity and understanding of where they come from. You're showing them the importance of family values, and teaching them that those values will help guide them through their own lives. Take holidays, for example. These family-centric events are often filled with customs passed down through generations. Maybe your family has a special recipe that's been handed down for years, one that you always make for a special occasion. When you share that tradition with your grandchildren, you're giving them not just a delicious meal, but a piece of family history. Over time, they'll come to associate that recipe with more than just the food. It will remind them of the time spent together, the laughter shared, and the love you've poured into every dish. But it's not only about tangible traditions like recipes or favorite songs. It's about the values those traditions uphold. As you share family stories, you're passing on lessons about resilience, kindness, compassion, and what it means to be a part of something bigger than yourself. These stories, though often small and personal, become the fabric of a child's identity. They shape their character and provide them with a moral framework for navigating the world around them. Another important way you can influence your grandchildren's lives is by being a model of emotional well-being. Children are constantly learning from their environment, and they often take cues from the adults around them when it comes to handling life's challenges. As a grandparent, you've likely faced your own set of trials, whether it's health issues, career changes, or family struggles. The way you handle these challenges can serve as a powerful lesson for your grandchildren. By demonstrating resilience, patience, and a positive outlook, you teach them how to navigate their own obstacles with grace and strength. It's important to show your grandchildren that it's okay to experience difficult emotions, but it's how we deal with them that matters most. When you model healthy coping mechanisms, whether it's talking things through, finding creative outlets, or simply practicing mindfulness, you give them the tools they need to handle stress and disappointment in their own lives. In an age where mental health is a growing concern, the lessons you impart can have a lasting impact. And don't forget the power of listening. Children, especially as they grow older, often want to be heard. When you take the time to listen to their thoughts, feelings, and concerns, you validate their experiences and help build their confidence. Whether it's a story about their school day or a concern they have about their friends, your attention to their needs can make them feel seen and supported. This deep sense of connection and validation contributes to their emotional growth and well-being, helping them feel secure in their relationship with you. Another area where you, as a grandparent, can have a profound influence is in fostering creativity and curiosity. As children grow, they start to form their own ideas about the world. They may develop interests in art, music, or science, and they look to the adults around them for inspiration. You can play an important role in nurturing these interests by offering encouragement and showing them the value of exploring their passions. Maybe you're a talented artist, a musician, or a storyteller. Perhaps you have a deep love for history, nature, or travel. By sharing these interests with your grandchildren, you open up a world of possibilities for them. You expose them to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences that they may not have encountered otherwise. Being involved in your grandchildren's intellectual and creative development doesn't require you to be an expert. It simply means showing them that learning is fun and exciting. Even something as simple as taking them to a museum, a park, or a local historical site can spark curiosity and inspire them to ask questions. These experiences not only expand their knowledge but also create lasting memories that will stay with them as they grow older. And then there's the impact that you, as a grandparent, can have on your grandchildren's social development. When you're actively involved in their lives, you become part of their social circle. You teach them how to navigate relationships, how to communicate effectively, and how to develop empathy for others. Whether it's showing them how to interact with other family members, teaching them the importance of kindness and respect, or simply being a sounding board for their worries, you provide them with invaluable lessons that will serve them throughout their lives. All of this ties back to the idea of legacy. Your relationship with your grandchildren is not just about the here and now, it's about shaping the future. You're passing down not only family traditions but also values, skills, and experiences that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. You're contributing to the future of your family, ensuring that your legacy endures through the generations. As we explore how to continue strengthening these bonds, it's clear that the role you play in your grandchildren's lives is irreplaceable. You are not just a grandparent. You are a teacher, a mentor, and a storyteller. By continuing to invest in your relationship with your grandchildren and sharing the richness of your life's experiences, you're helping to shape the future of your family in ways that are truly remarkable. As we continue to explore the invaluable role you play as a grandparent in raising children and preserving family traditions, let's delve into how you can continue to nurture these relationships and ensure your legacy is passed down for generations to come. So far, we've talked about how your love, wisdom, and presence shape the emotional and social well-being of your grandchildren, how shared traditions build a sense of identity, and how your life lessons serve as an example for navigating life's challenges. Now, let's focus on the power of communication, building family bonds, and ensuring your influence lasts. First, let's talk about the power of communication. One of the most important aspects of any relationship, including the one you share with your grandchildren, is open, honest communication. Over the years, you've likely gained a wealth of experience in dealing with people, resolving conflicts, and navigating difficult conversations. These skills are invaluable when it comes to your relationship with your grandchildren. But communication isn't just about speaking, it's also about listening. Your grandchildren may not always express themselves in the same way you do, but that doesn't mean their thoughts and feelings aren't valid. As a grandparent, it's important to create a space where they feel comfortable expressing themselves. This is especially true as they navigate the ups and downs of growing up, whether it's school challenges, peer relationships, or even navigating the digital world. When you listen to their concerns without judgment, you show them that their opinions matter, and that they have a safe place to turn when they need guidance. What's more, Sharing your own experiences through storytelling can also be a powerful form of communication. You might have personal stories from your childhood or life lessons you've learned over the years that your grandchildren could benefit from hearing. These stories aren't just about recounting events. They're about teaching them deeper truths and offering guidance that will help them navigate their own paths. Whether it's about how you overcame a challenge, the importance of persistence, or how you've built meaningful relationships, these stories are like a roadmap they can follow as they navigate their own lives. Now, think about the role you play in helping your grandchildren understand the importance of family. Often, children, especially as they grow older, can get swept up in the demands of school, extracurricular activities, and their own social circles. They might lose sight of how crucial it is to maintain close ties with their family. As a grandparent, you can serve as a reminder of the importance of family bonds, of keeping in touch with relatives, and of showing love and support to one another. You can foster a sense of belonging by making sure family gatherings are regular and meaningful, by offering encouragement and advice when needed, and by being a role model of how to treat others with kindness and respect. In many families, grandparents are the glue that holds everything together, especially when it comes to large family events like holidays, birthdays, or reunions. These occasions offer a wonderful opportunity for you to instill a sense of tradition in your grandchildren. By participating in these events and encouraging others to do the same, you ensure that family ties remain strong and that younger generations understand the importance of spending time together. The simple act of hosting a family dinner or planning a weekend trip to visit relatives can have a profound impact on your grandchildren's understanding of family unity and support. One of the most powerful ways you can pass on your legacy is by being involved in their educational journey. While parents are typically the primary source of academic support, grandparents can provide a different kind of encouragement, one that's rooted in patience and perspective. If your grandchildren are struggling with schoolwork or facing challenges in their studies, you can be the calm, steady presence that reminds them of the bigger picture. You can help them understand that education isn't just about grades or tests, but about growth, curiosity, and learning as a lifelong pursuit. There's also the opportunity to encourage creativity and critical thinking. In a world where information is more readily available than ever, helping children learn how to think critically about the information they encounter is incredibly valuable. Whether it's reading together, discussing current events, or solving puzzles and riddles, you can help them develop the skills they need to navigate a complex world. Your wisdom, combined with their fresh perspectives, creates a powerful partnership that benefits both of you. The bond you share with your grandchildren is one that extends far beyond the time spent together. It's about the lasting imprint you leave on their lives. By nurturing their emotional and intellectual growth, sharing your experiences and wisdom, and ensuring the continuity of family traditions, you create a legacy that will continue long after they've grown up. Your impact on their lives doesn't end with childhood. The lessons you impart will continue to guide them as they move through life, and they will carry those lessons forward into their own families one day. At this point, we've discussed the many ways grandparents play a role in raising children, how you nurture emotional well-being, instill values, create family traditions, and help guide your grandchildren's development. But there's one more powerful way you can contribute: by fostering independence in your grandchildren. As they grow, they will need to navigate life on their own, make their own decisions, and face challenges head-on. And while it's important to offer support, it's equally important to encourage them to think for themselves, solve problems independently, and take responsibility for their actions. By modeling independence yourself, you show them the importance of self-reliance. When they see you continuing to learn, adapt, and take care of yourself, they'll understand that age is no barrier to growth. When you encourage their independence, you give them the confidence to tackle challenges with the knowledge that they have the tools they need to succeed. Your guidance doesn't mean telling them what to do. Rather, it's about empowering them to make their own choices, while knowing that you're there to support them if they need it. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought: the role you play as a grandparent is irreplaceable. You offer something unique that no one else can: your time, your love, your wisdom, and your traditions. You help shape the future by preserving the past and ensuring that your grandchildren have a deep connection to their family heritage. The bond you share with them is a treasure that lasts a lifetime, and it has the potential to make an incredible difference in their lives. So, as you continue to embrace your role as a grandparent, remember that your influence extends far beyond the immediate moments you share. You are a key part of their journey, and your legacy will live on in the stories, traditions, and values you pass down. Thank you for being a part of their lives. Remember, it's never too late to make an impact. Whether you're sharing a story, teaching a new skill, or simply offering a listening ear, your presence matters more than you may realize. Here's to the incredible influence you have on your grandchildren, and to the love and wisdom you continue to share with them. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What traditions have you passed down to your grandchildren? How has your role as a grandparent shaped their lives? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to read your stories. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more insights and tips on grandparenting, family bonds, and living your best life at any age. Here's to making every moment count with your loved ones.